And it's your number one hit music station, The Knack, with your only live and local morning show, Nicole and Big K, on this Tasty Tuesday version. And as promised, we have VIP in the house. I have firefighter Tanner Miller from Kingman Fire Department. You know, sorry, I'm a girl, so it happens. Girls get, even over the air, girls get nervous around firefighters. It's just a fact of nature. I'm sorry, Tanner. I hope
that's okay.
I hope it doesn't embarrass you too much.
Understand.
Well, welcome to the Knack Morning Show. And we're having you on because, like I said earlier in the show, we're celebrating the first day of summer. Today, on June 21st, today is the first day of summer. And as we all know in the Tri-State, summer means something different to us than the rest of the country and the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
So, Tanner, tell us a little bit about, you have a little bit of a story for us and you have a message for us. So why don't you get into that?
Well, basically, about a year ago, me and my crew, we up here in Kingman, we also function as paramedics, and we went on a call where a little girl had perished after being left in her car. Wow. And it's calls like that are really hard, especially for guys. With me, I had a daughter who was very close to the same age as her. After completion of the call, we got into kind of what we were going to do about people leaving kids in cars and how people forget. I've started a cause I call Clear Your Car. And basically, we're trying to remind people to not leave your kids in the cars. And we're trying to put out tips and awareness so we can prevent something like this, because it gets really hot here, and people, I think, don't realize how hot it is. And it's something that we want to throw out there to remind them, like, hey, it's hot. Don't forget to pull your kid out of your car.
You know, and this always sounds like, it sounds like we get these news stories, and it sounds like it's somewhere else. It's in Phoenix. It's in Tucson. You're from Kingman Fire Department, and this happened last year. I have to commend you. But honestly, you probably had to do something, or else I would imagine that you kind of were at a crossroads when that happened, right?
It was, and it's kind of called like this, that it really takes it to where you got to really question what you do. And for me, it was my make or break, because you can't help but associate with your own family or your own daughter or your own, whoever. And to me, in the news and stuff, we hear about the fatals or the kids that perish in the cars. But what a lot of times we don't realize is we transport. I've been on a lot more calls where kids were left in the car while a parent ran into the grocery store or something. Those are the calls we don't really even hear about.
And they still suffer. And they suffer from heat exhaustion or actual physical burns.
Absolutely, yeah. Or there's dehydration in there. There's all kinds of problems with that. And a lot of people think they can crack a window and run into a grocery store real quick, or run in and order some food, be gone for just a few minutes. And
no.
The research I've come across, especially in our area, we're finding in like 20 minutes, the temperature in a car can be 130 degrees or more.
Oh, wow.
So
no. So the answer is no. So the message we want to send is clear your car. So all summer long, me and firefighter Tanner are hollering at you. Clear your car. Every time you get keys in your hand, when you're walking out the door, we need to fundraise and get some cool keychains working that say clear your car. So you get those keys in your hand when you're getting in or getting out. Clear your car.
Absolutely. And right now we're actually working with the Kingman Regional Medical Center in developing a heat-sensitive card that they're going to hand out with every newborn child there. Oh, and it'll actually change color when it gets hot. It'll hang from your rearview mirror, so when it changes the color, it'll remind parents to...
So even when you're in the car with your kid, you still hey, either if you don't have the good air conditioning, you need to get your kid home.
Absolutely.
That is fantastic. That is so great. Yeah, we love KRMC too. And Tanner, welcome to the Knack Morning Show. We can't wait. We will have you back all summer long. We are going to be reminding all our Knacksters in the tri-state area to clear your car. Nice to meet you. Thank you for sharing your story. It was so great. You brought it home to us. So hopefully, we're gonna save some kids and just bring awareness to the tri-state area this summer, because we all want to have a safe and fun one, right?
Absolutely, Nicole, and thank you so much for your guys' support and helping me out with getting the word out to prevent this. And in closing, also, I'd like to remind people, even if you don't have kids, we want to remind people, if you're in Walmart or any kind of parking lot where there's a bunch of cars, to keep a lookout for kids alone, because that's where a lot of times people will see that. So even if you don't have a kid, you could help by finding somebody, calling 911, and getting getting it reported.
That is fantastic. You know, that slips a lot of people's minds too. It takes a village, people. And we're the tri-state. Like, we know how to look out for folks. You know, we're not big city, but there's enough of us that, you know what, we can take care of our own. So let's do this. Clear your car and look out for others. Thank you so much, Tanner. It was great to have you on the morning show, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Nicole.